Hi there, Mouseketeers. Princess Minnie here. Welcome back to my channel if you're a returning viewer. I get so many people who tell me in the comments below, oh, I've been subscribed for 2 months, just saying hi, or I just found your videos and I'm binging them all, and that makes me so happy. So if that is true for you, definitely say hi and talk to me in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. I'd love to meet you down in the comments below. Go ahead and say hi. This video is a Disney merchandise tag. And so far I've participated in a pin tag, but this is my first merchandise tag. And I was tagged by my friend Karen of Karen's USA Adventures, and she just has such a fun channel. She does a lot of really great vlogs from the Disney parks, and she does really fun unboxings and hauls, and you should definitely go and check Karen out because she will just put a smile on your face and brighten up your day. And she's British, so the accent is amazing and you definitely need to hear it. So go check her out. And this tag was actually started by Miss Cherry, and she's awesome. You probably know her, but if you don't, definitely go check her out. I'm going to put Karen and Miss Cherry's links to their videos down in the description box, so make sure to go find them. A lot of YouTubers have been starting to do this. I want to say I just kind of wanted to get mine filmed really quickly and put it up. So if I haven't watched yours yet, I promise I'm going to watch yours. I'm going to watch all of them. And also, if you do it, and maybe you're not a usual YouTuber, you just want to do a fun video, let me know. Tell me down below or tell me on Instagram. My Instagram is also in the description box. I would love to watch your video. Also, this is a tag, and normally people get tagged at the end of videos, but I think I'm just going to tag people now. And I just want to say that because people who might be watching are like, they're going to pay more attention to the categories and they're going to start thinking about what they have if they know they've been tagged. So I think that's a little bit, that's kind of helpful. So I'm going to tag my friends right now. I have a lot of Disney YouTuber friends. It's so amazing, but a couple of them have already been tagged. Like I definitely would have tagged Taryn from Twinkle Bell Taryn. I definitely would have tagged Katie from Over the Moony. And Katie, by the way, if your Disney collection isn't as high as your Harry Potter collection, I wouldn't mind seeing like one of both, honestly. You have the most amazing stuff. Katie, if you haven't watched Over the Moony, her attic seems like a real life version of Ariel's Treasure Cove with all of the look at this stuff, isn't it neat, whatnot. So you have to check out Katie too. But I have definitely some other really awesome YouTuber friends who I would love to see this video and this tag from them. I would love to see this from my friend Nina at Wrestling with Disney. Nina is a newer YouTube channel, but she is just phenomenal. She is, again, another person who's just gonna make you laugh and smile, and her YouTube name is Wrestling with Disney, and she does some wrestling content. She does some non-Disney content, but her Disney content is on point. So even if you're not into the other stuff, you should definitely check her out anyhow. She just had some really fun unboxings of pins. I'm also going to tag Yvette from Happily Ever Yvee because I tagged her in my last pin tag, and she did the pin tag and it was awesome, and her videos are always amazing. Her stuff is great, her pins are great, she is great, she is fabulous, so I definitely would love to see this video from her. And then I want to I want to tag my friend Robin, who also has a newer YouTube channel, but honestly guys, you would never know from watching the videos. They look so good, they look so professional, and she, again, is just someone who's going to make you laugh and smile. And there's a lot of things here that we have to show in this video. So Nina, Yvette, and Robin, start taking note of all the things you're gonna need to show. And Robin's channel, by the way, is ohelloRobin, and again, it's just phenomenal. She has some great Halloween content, so if you're into the Halloween season, definitely go check out Robin. So now that I've tagged my friends, of course I would tag everybody if I could, but I know that other people out there are tagging people as well, so I don't want to be too greedy and take too many folks out of the running. And if any of those people have already been tagged, you're tagged twice. There you go. So let's get started on this tag, yay! All right. The first piece of Disney merch that you're supposed to show in this tag is your favorite Mickey merch. And at first I kind of was like, I don't think I have that much Mickey stuff. And then, no, wrong. I have a ton of Mickey stuff apparently. And I kind of just wanted to show something a little different. So I have this super super sweet Mickey and Minnie Jim Shore figurine, and I know a lot of you out there love Jim Shore. I love Jim Shore. And this is Mickey and Minnie on their wedding day, which we all know if you meet Minnie in the park, she's always trying to get Mickey to put a ring on it, so this is more fantasy, I guess. This is Minnie's fantasy. But my grandmother gave this to me the day of my wedding. She gave this to me after my wedding ceremony at the church, and then before we went to the reception. So we actually set it up and put it on our cake table, and now this sits in my kitchen. I have this in my kitchen and I look at it every single day, and I've been married almost 6 years now, so this clearly must mean a lot to me. I really love it. They look very old-fashioned, and they are honestly just so sweet, and this is something I'll probably have, like if I have a vow renewal on my 50th, like my grandparents did, I'll probably have this out too. So here's the darling couple, and I mean Minnie just has such a sweet bouquet, and Mickey has this really cute top hat, and his pants are striped. I mean, his shoes. Look at all of these details. Like, I would never have bought this for myself. And Minnie even has this amazing veil, which to be honest, I only noticed in the past maybe 3 months or so. I usually don't look at the back, but the back is stunning as well. And we all know Jim Shore figures can be quite pricey, so that's why I probably would not have bought it for myself. So I'm so thankful to my grandmother that she did pick this up for me, and this is going to be something I'm going to have forever. The second category of this tag is your favorite piece of Disney artwork. And at first I kind of was like, I don't think I have a lot of Disney artwork. I buy a lot of Wonderground postcards, but I don't have like a ton of Disney art on my walls. But then all of a sudden I realized, oh my god, no, I have the perfect thing, and it's something I love so much, and a lot of you are going to be like really upset with me that I don't know where I got this because you're going to want it, and I'm sorry. I did get it on Etsy, but it was a Christmas present from my husband. Let me show you. So it's Stitch, who I adore, and he's wearing like a hat, like one maybe you could get in the Disney parks, and the hat is the Toy Story aliens, and they are my absolute favorite Disney characters, the Toy Story aliens. So it's like a mashup of two of my favorite things, and mashups are my absolute favorite, and it's printed on like cloth. I can't think of the right kind of cloth, but it's printed, and it just came with the cloth, and I framed it in just like an AC Moore Michaels frame, and I have 3 of these. I have this guy. John also got me a Mushu, and who I love, and a Jigglypuff from Pokemon, who is one of my favorite Pokemon. And so these 3 are hung up in identical frames in like a spare room that we have. So this is so beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm sure this was years ago John bought this for me, probably about 5 years ago or so. So I don't know where this is from, but Etsy is so much cool Disney artwork. If you just like type in Disney artwork, you're gonna find this or something very similar to it. I just already know that that's going to be like so many of everyone out there's favorite item for this video, but do try to think of your favorite item for this video because I definitely want to know. Alright, let me check this super long list. Favorite princess item. So guys, I don't have a lot of princess items. I do feel like a lot of princess items are more so made for children than for adults, which is not a problem by any means, but I don't have that much princess merch. What I do have that I love is I have a collection of the Disney princess ear hat ornaments. But I'm not going to show you those today because I actually tried to. I tried to find them for this video, but all my Christmas stuff is packed so tightly away and I'm not ready mentally to handle that. But I have like a Belle ornament, I have a Cinderella, I have a few of the Princesses Jasmine I know I have. I think I have Aurora. I might have 1 or 2 others, I'm not sure. But those are beautiful, and you'll see them, if you keep watching, you'll see them during Vlogmas. So I wanted to show you something a little bit different, and something I just picked up, and it's pins, and I love them. So I picked up from Shop Disney, because they were sold out at first, and as soon as I saw that they were back, I was like, yep, I'm gonna have to buy them. I believe these are a limited edition pin set. Maybe they're not, I'm not sure. But they're a series of pins. I'm going to look on the back of one of them to see if they're limited edition. And they are the princesses from the year their movie came out in a garment that matches what would have been popular fashion in the year they came out. And you have Snow White, Cinderella, and Ariel in this box. And then in this box you have Belle, Jasmine, and Tiana. And Belle, I think, is my husband's favorite, and she is looking very, very pretty. But my favorite happens to be Cinderella. I love her gown. I love her whole look. I'm going to try to give you a close-up of her. So here's Cinderella. The details are very delicate and faint, so you're not going to get a great up close look at her face, but look at this gorgeous gown. Like, I want to wear this. I want to own this. I will wear it anywhere. The grocery store, it's all fine. It's all good. Look at her dainty little foot at the bottom. This is so gorgeous, and I did check. These are limited edition of 4,800, so you can probably still get your hands on these. I know some Disney stores are actually still selling these. My favorite Disney plush item is a stuffed animal that is with me all the time. He used to sit sentry on our couch for a long time, and then I moved him up here to the shelves. So you don't get to see him a lot though, because he usually sits right behind my back. I wonder if you can tell who it is. I already said he, but from the little clue I'm giving you at the bottom of the screen right now, it's Beast! Oh, it's Beast in his Beast form, of course, because I kind of think a plush of the human form of Beast would be kind of weird. But the reason why he's my favorite, first of all, the detail. Like, most stuffed animals don't have this much detail, but he has his crazy beard, he has a gorgeous face, he has his horns, he even has a ponytail, everybody. He has his waistcoat, fluffy tail, just a gorgeous outfit. And I don't think plushes usually get this much love and attention and detail. But the other reason he's my favorite is because, God, this was maybe 2 years ago or so. John and I did kind of a spur-of-the-moment trip to Disney World, and we weren't staying on property, but we were staying in a great hotel. But the bed was very comfortable. John went to sleep early one night, and I kind of was just like, man, I wish I had like a little Disney friend to sleep with right now, because John's asleep. I wasn't that tired. And there were no like Disney touches around because it wasn't a Disney hotel. So I just was feeling like a little bummed that I didn't have a Disney friend to sleep with. And so I told John that in the morning, and he goes, I'm gonna buy you the best stuffed animal to sleep with, because that's who my husband is. He wasn't like, okay, weirdo. I mean, he might have thought it, but he didn't say it. It's not like, okay, weirdo, we'll get this grown adult woman a stuffed animal to sleep with on vacation, whatever. I mean, we were at Disney, so that would have been very hypocritical of him. But he didn't say that. He said, I'm going to find you the best one, and I'm going to buy it for you, so you don't even have to worry about that. Don't take it out of your souvenir budget. And we walked around, and as soon, I didn't even pick Beast. We were walking by a store in Hollywood Studios, and there was a whole display of Beasts like this. And John just stopped right in his tracks. I think we were on our way to Tower of Terror or Rock and Roller Coaster, and he just stopped and he goes, that's it. That's your guy. So I picked out my favorite Beast from the pile, this one right here, and John got him for me, and I cuddled with him the rest of the trip, and now he just lives in our house, and I love him. And my plan on my next Disney trip, if I can get to Be Our Guest restaurant, is I'm going to take him with me and get a picture of Beast and Little Beast. I think that would be really cute. So he is my favorite Disney plushie. Let me give you a quick close-up of his face. Like, have you ever seen this much gorgeousness in a simple plush? Nope. He doesn't think so. And so you can see, he sits right here. He doesn't always make the background, especially now it's Halloween, but I figured I didn't need to change that out because you guys don't really see what's there anyway. But I just like having Beast. Alright, let's check the list. The next, oh, this is easy. Favorite pair of ears. Right here. Right here, I just wore them for you. Figured that was the easiest thing to do. These are ears I made for my Disneyland trip, and of course they're Mickey and Minnie themed. I love these, honestly. I by no means am trying to pat myself on the back because I do not consider myself a professional ear maker whatsoever. I don't even sew them, they're all hot glue. I do some videos on my channel, and I know some of you really want me to do a few more, so I have some ideas. I'm working on new ears to post for you. Promise. But these I just am obsessed with them. I think they came out beautifully. I think they're gorgeous. I wasn't even inspired by like another picture, like they just came from my own brain, which is always fun when that happens. And I took these, and Minnie Mouse actually has signed these on the Minnie Mouse side, and my next Disney trip I plan on taking them and getting Mickey Mouse to sign on the back. And actually, Miss Cherry started this tag. I got that idea from her. She is a beautifully professional ear maker. Her ears are gorgeous, and I saw that she got her ears, she took them and had Prince Eric sign her ears, and I thought that was such a great idea. I told her, hey, I'm gonna steal that, and I did. Disney World is not known necessarily for a lot of free stuff, but they do have some free items. And I say, I'm gonna put free in quotation marks, because I mean, you still have to buy a very hefty ticket to the park or usually to get some of these free items. But, unless I guess you go to like Disney Springs or Downtown Disney. But, I am not the biggest park map fan. I like park maps, but I don't like go nuts for them. I got a package from Hong Kong recently, and the one that was in there literally stopped me in my tracks, and I love it. I love, love, love it. So I can't wait to show you guys. This is a guide map from Hong Kong Disneyland that came out after Duffy's Friend Cookie was released, and I just think this is so gorgeous. It's so cute. It's so pretty. I have become a Duffy and Friends fan. I'm more of a fan of these three down here. Don't tell Duffy and Shelly May. But I love the whole gang, and especially Gelatoni and Stella Lou, and they're right there in the middle, stealing the spotlight. So this is my absolute favorite free Disney souvenir, and I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep it like for a long time. I might frame it. Who knows? It becomes Disney artwork now. The next item on the list is your favorite attraction item. I don't even know where to begin with this one, so I think I'm just going to cut to the end. I'm not going to give you a long rambling story. I don't buy that many attraction things, to be quite honest. Sometimes pins, but not a lot of other merch. But my husband and I both love, love, love Haunted Mansion together, and a few years ago we were in Disney and he saw this mug, this hefty, humongous mug, and it's Haunted Mansion themed. It is actually the wallpaper from the Haunted Mansion, and there's a cool detail I'm going to show you inside. But the reason I love this so much, first of all, don't tell my husband, but sometimes I make like low carb mug cakes in here. Shh, because he uses it for, like, you know, his tea. He probably wouldn't love that I put cake in here, but it's very rare. Don't worry, John. But you know, he uses this all the time. I love making tea for him in this, because he walked into a store, and my husband does not spend money, people. I mean, he spends a lot on me, but on himself, he doesn't spend like anything. So he saw this and he went, I want this. And for my husband to say he wants something, it's like instant grab. Yes, we're getting it, because he doesn't spend anything. So I smile every time I see this mug because it makes me think of him. And yeah, the wallpaper for the Haunted Mansion is just completely iconic. And I love that, like, if I gave this mug to somebody who was visiting, they probably would just think this is a super cool pattern. They probably wouldn't be like, oh my god, you guys need to cool it with the Disney. Not that I have people who would ever say that. All my friends and family are very supportive of Disney. But it has this super cool Disney Haunted Mansion memo, if you will, on the inside. I'm trying to get you to see it. It says, hurry back, as in the bride at the end of the ride saying, hurry back, hurry back. And we both are absolutely obsessed with the bride scene in Haunted Mansion. I think it's both of our favorite scenes, if I remember. I actually love the ballroom scene. That's probably my favorite, but I think John's favorite is the bride's room, and that's like my second favorite. So to have like a little part of the bride on here, perfection. For a lot of people, this next category is probably going to be fairly easy. For me, it's almost impossible. It's your favorite Disney pin. I have too many. You know, if you've seen my videos, I have way too many. How am I supposed to pick a favorite? It's like picking your favorite child. I mean, you probably have one, but like, you love them all. So how do you pick? So I decided that I wasn't going to stress out too much about it, and I was just going to show you my favorite pin from my favorite mystery set. And my favorite mystery set is the lollipop set from Hong Kong. And so I have a lollipop pin right here, and I wonder if you can guess which character is on it. I'll give you a hint. It's a character that I showed earlier in the video. All right, last few seconds to guess. Who's it going to be? It's my Hong Kong pal, Gelatoni. I love this little kitty, and I think the colors on this pin are so cute, but I enjoyed this entire set. And I'm only one pin trade away that I hope is in the works right now to complete the lollipop set. So it's my favorite for sure of a set. And then this would be my favorite pin from that set, although the Toy Story Aliens pin, very, very, very close second. quick tea break. I drink tea all the time, to show you a little bonus, which this is my favorite Mickey Memories mug. I only have one Mickey Memories mug, and the reason why is because it's the only one I really fell in love with and obsessed with. It's the 90s mug. It looks very Saved by the Bell, and I just had to have it. And again, a little sentimental story. And again, just singing my husband's praises because he's a phenomenal human being. We went to the Disney store. They had like 2 of these left the day it was released. I bought it. I got it home. I was so excited. I put it on my Insta story. Opened it up. Huge crack in the back. Just enormous. Like something you could not live with. I thought maybe if I display it and I only show this side, but I really wanted to use it. Because I'm not much of a just display it person. I like practicality in my merch as much as possible. And so I was really bummed. And John said, I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna, the next day, I'm gonna go take it back for you and return it. And that might not seem like such a big deal, but our nearest mall that had a great Disney store is in another state and about an hour-ish away. So it was kind of a big deal. He went, he was like, oh my God, you should have seen the children who were crazy because it was the opening time of the store, and he was like, kids were just like banging on the walls like, open this store. So I teased him. I was like, I'm surprised they didn't ask you to open this store. But so he brought it back for me successfully, and I was just very excited and grateful to have a mug that I could actually drink from. And just a quick close-up. I like this one because I think it has the most detail. And back to our regularly scheduled tag. The next category is the item that has the most sentimental value for you. And like I said, it was hard to pick because everything I buy pretty much, I find at least some way to connect it to a sentimental thing. Usually it's because my husband bought it for me, or we bought it together on a Disney trip. I don't know. Someone gave it to me, someone I love. But then it very easily came to me that it had to be this Minnie Mouse picture frame. And this might not look like much. It's very old, it's vintage, it has like even some damage on it. I don't have any pictures in here because honestly, I love this frame so much. I just kind of keep it out as decoration. I should put a picture in it, but I never even think to because I always just consider it artwork in and of itself. So I definitely do need to get a picture in it. But I'm just gonna take a very long, sad story and kind of condense it for you. This belonged to my aunt, who was also my godmother, and she was in a really bad marriage, and she wound up fleeing the country to kind of protect herself and her daughter. And so they left when I was a little child, about 3-4 years old, and I've never seen them since. And that was my godmother. And so this is like literally the only thing I have of her. And my grandmother, her mother, gave this to me a few years afterwards, and I will never get rid of this. If this ever broke, I would be absolutely devastated. And I will show you a close-up of this, but then to kind of make the story a little nicer, sorry if I just bummed you out, but I mean, that's real life, right? It's not all like Disney happiness. This does bring me a lot of happiness though, to think about her. So then a couple of years ago, I found the partner of it. I found the Mickey Mouse one. And I saw this on Etsy, and again, it's vintage, it's damaged, it's not perfect. But I saw this on Etsy, of all places. Like, I didn't even find it on eBay or anything. I saw this on Etsy. Someone was selling it for like $8, and it was right around Christmas time. And John always waits till the last minute to buy presents. He just likes to, he says. I mean, I think that's just what procrastinators say, but he swears he likes to do his Christmas shopping in like the last week before Christmas. So I sent him an email that said, if you only buy me one thing for Christmas, this is what I need. And if you couldn't figure out, he actually bought me a ton for Christmas. But this was my favorite thing that he bought me. He spent a lot of money, and this was it, this $8 picture frame, because it just completed it. Like, I didn't even know there was another one, but I saw it and I went, oh, that's it, I have to have it. Let me show you a close-up of these guys. So you can see how old-fashioned these characters are. I mean, Minnie's in such a different outfit. Like, I don't even know. Like, these are from the 1960s. I suppose, because that's when my aunt would have had this one when she was a little girl. So sometime in the 1960s, this must have come out. Maybe the 70s, like maybe if she got it when she was a little bit older, but 60s or 70s, I think they're in pretty good shape, even with Mickey having some paint damage for being that old. And they are ceramic, so I do keep these behind like a glass cabinet, so that way my cats cannot accidentally destroy these on me, because I would be very devastated. Now I'm not sure, and you can tell me in the comments down below if you feel like I'm stretching this next category a little bit, but this one was tough for me because it was favorite Sidekick item, and I love Disney Sidekicks, but I don't have a lot of Disney Sidekick merch. I have some cute things, but I thought about it and I thought, the Toy Story aliens. They're sidekicks, right? They're like sidekicks to Buzz. I never really thought of him as a sidekick before, but he is, isn't he? And this is another sentimental thing to me because this was for my first ever Disney World trip about, I guess it would be about 8 years ago now, almost. And so this really, really means a lot to me. He's still in perfect condition because I'm not a child and I don't actually play with him too much, but every once in a while I'll just squeeze his hand and he does this. He shakes.
The coming of the chosen one demands celebration. The coming of the chosen one demands celebration.
So my only goal that whole trip, merchandise-wise, because this was way before I was a huge Disney enthusiast. I love Disney, but I just didn't even know this whole world of collectors existed. I wanted a Stitch plush and I wanted a Toy Story Alien plush, and I did get my Stitch plush. It was so hard at the time to find Toy Story Alien merch. It was so impossible. This was like the only thing they had, and he's not even like a cuddly plushie. He is soft, but he also has like this hard bottom because he spins, or he moves around and he talks. So I was like, okay, I guess this is what I have to take. But now I love it, and he's my favorite sidekick, I guess. Speaking of stretching these categories a little bit, I'm gonna do it again. Because the next one says favorite Disney apparel. And I mean, I have some Disney clothing, but none of it means as much to me as this one piece of jewelry that I have. And I think jewelry can kind of be lumped in with apparel. I didn't look it up. I'm not sure the official definition of apparel and if jewelry fits under it, but I'm gonna say that it does, and it's close enough. And it's actually the necklace I'm wearing. I'm gonna give you a close-up of it, but this has a pearl inside of it. It's a little cage, and it has a pearl from the Mitsukoshi store in Japan where you can pick your own pearl. And this, my husband got for me. You're seeing a theme here. John bought this for me at the Mitsukoshi store the first night in Epcot of our honeymoon trip to Disney World. So every time I look at this or think of this or wear this, I'm right back to my honeymoon. And so again, we talk about getting a different chain for it because it's a kind of an awkward length. Like I almost wish it was more of a choker or that it was a little bit longer, but I just love it, and it takes me right back. So sorry if this is like a weird image of it, but I don't know how else to show you this. And I wear this a lot, and it's this cute little cage. It's almost like twirled silver, and the pearl's inside of it. It's not the biggest pearl, it's just a white pearl. I mean, John says he thinks that they said it was a pretty big size, but to me it doesn't look enormous. And I'm going back to Disney World this summer with my family, and I do hope that this is something I can get again. Maybe I'll get 2 pearls and hope they match, and do some earrings to go with it. The next category was tough because it was your favorite Star Wars / Marvel piece of merchandise, and I don't have a ton of it. I love Star Wars, I like Marvel, so there's no hate here, but I just tend to collect more like traditional Disney things. But I do have a Star Wars license item that John, again, bought for me last Christmas from GameStop, and obviously it is a mug, and it's white with, it's just, honestly, it has one of my favorite Star Wars things on it, but the colors are what got me, and I don't use it too often, more if I'm going to like let my tea cool down a little bit before I drink it, because it's not a great it's not very well insulated. It is extremely hot to the touch. Disney does a much better job of GameStop than mugs. Who would have guessed it? Let me show you what this bad boy looks like. So it has this really pretty gold handle and white background and gold hearts, which I just love because it's like really saying like girls can be, not that just girls can like gold hearts, but I think it's more typical probably that a girl would. And I like it's kind of like, oh good, look, we can have some cute girly Star Wars merchandise. It doesn't have to all be just like black Darth Vader. No hate on Darth Vader though, he's like my fave. But what I also love are AT-ATs. Anytime they're on screen, my mouth gapes like a child seeing Mickey Mouse for the first time. And they're teal. Like, look at these colors. They're so cute. Again, it's not the best mug. It's not well insulated. It just stains and it stays stained. Like, I cannot get these stains out. But, I really enjoy it. It brings a smile to my face. And, yeah, you can get Disney merch or Star Wars merch at GameStop. There you go, in case you didn't know that. The next piece of merchandise is really perfect for Halloween because it's your favorite villain item. Again, I don't have a ton of villain items. I'm now really getting into villains, but I kind of never was before. It's like a very new phenomenon for me. However, I opened something recently on my channel, so you're probably going to remember it, so I won't spend a lot of time on it, but I love it. I opened this Captain Hook and TikTok Croc Pop figurine from the Hot Topic Funko Treasures box, and I opened this, I want to say, last month, sometime in September. And Captain Hook is definitely one of my faves, and I enjoy everything about this. All the details are great. I think every time I look at it, I see something new, I see something different, and this is definitely staying in my background all throughout the month of October. I just really enjoy this. Hook is he's definitely in my top 5 villains behind Gaston, Maleficent, Scar, and then he's probably number 4. So here you go. I need to get some merch from those other guys. We only have 3 categories left, but this one, guys, is one of my favorites. It's something I really haven't talked about on my channel at all, and it's Disney outfits, like Disney bounding or just anything you'd like to wear to the Disney parks. For anyone who doesn't know, Disney bounding is when you kind of dress up like a character. It's character inspired, like you're not wearing a costume, but your clothing is reminiscent of a certain character, and it should be fairly recognizable from certain colors that you choose or patterns or whatever it might be. And so I was going to show you a kind of different outfit, but again, John kind of threw a wrench in that by buying me something unexpectedly yesterday. He went to go get his haircut and he came back and he said, "You won't believe it, there's no Disney store at our local mall." And I was like, I know, that's why you had to go and like drive an hour to return that Mickey Memories mug. And he was like, I just couldn't remember. So he just, after his haircut, decided to surprise me by buying me something. He didn't even have an idea in mind. He was just gonna go and pick me out something at the Disney store. Well, our mall doesn't have a Disney store. So instead he went to a clothing store. My husband likes to buy me clothes as well. And he picked out a Minnie Mouse inspired skirt, which is actually way cuter than it sounds. It doesn't sound cute at all. But I will put the name of the store right here. It's Windsor, and they do have an online store, so if you don't have one in your local mall, you can probably pick this up online if you'd like. So this category was all about showing like your typical or your most favorite kind of Disney park outfit. When I go to the Disney parks, I don't like to like look normal. I don't like to just wear like jeans and a t-shirt. I'm there for photo ops. I love photos. One day I will show you, I have a wall of Disney photos in my house. Not a huge wall, but like a cute display. I'll show you that sometime. And I love Disney photos. Like that's what, if I couldn't actually buy any souvenirs, I'd be okay as long as I had my photos. Love PhotoPass. And so I always want to look photo ready. I also like to go to restaurants, so I like something that could transition, like with nicer shoes maybe. So I'm wearing the outfit right now that I'm definitely going to be wearing on my next Disney trip, and it's very reminiscent of what I would wear. So I would definitely match my outfit with my ears. So we have Minnie and Mickey ears, so my outfit is very like Disney bounding as Minnie Mouse. Ignore the million pin boxes, by the way, that I've been hoarding like smog to show you guys on my channel. But, so you have the Minnie Mouse ears. I can't extend the camera much farther, but I'm wearing a black bodysuit because that's just like super convenient in the park. And then these are the squirt. It's the squirt, which I think is really cool because then if a strong wind comes, you're still decent. And so I just think bodysuits make it like, it looks very, it just automatically kind of looks better, I think, than like having an untucked shirt or something like that. So I would probably wear this outfit with like strappy black sandals or really cute like white Keds or black Keds, like something like the black sneakers if I was running around the parks all day, and more like black strappy sandals if I was going to go to a nice lunch at one of the resorts or something like that. I would also normally probably have like 8 Alex and Annies on my arm, but I didn't dig those out for this video. One other thing I want to show you that to me just completes my perfect Disney outfit if it's not like totally clashing are a certain pair of shoes that I got from Vans. So a few years ago, and this again was a Christmas present for my husband, Vans came out with Disney inspired shoes, and of course I had to get the Toy Story alien ones, and they also feature Buzz Lightyear, and Woody is over here looking scared as well. Look at them looking at him, oh my god. And I get compliments every single time I wear these. They also glow in the dark, which is kind of cool in some Disney rides or theaters. They're not obnoxious, but they have a subtle glow. And I really love these. I wear these at dress down days at work, and the kids love them and the teachers love them too. I'm gonna have to stretch this next one a little bit too, guys, because it's your favorite souvenir from a Disney park event. Well, I don't go to a lot of events. Like, just the times I can take off for the school year, there aren't that many like events. We've done a dessert party, but they don't really give you anything for that. Other than a stomachache. But I was able to kind of think of something. And on our honeymoon, we went, because we got married in December, so we went for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And I loved it. It was amazing. Really loved it. But my favorite part of the party was the character photo ops. So to me, that's the best thing I left with. Now, of course, next time I go to a party, when I make time for it in my schedule, I will definitely be scouting out a ton of pins and other merch, but I wasn't that big into the collecting at that point. I wasn't collecting pins at all when I got married. So I'm going to show you a photo of my husband and I at a character meet and greet from Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party that I keep in my living room all year round, even though it is Christmassy looking a little bit, and I can't wait to show you. Like I said, my absolute favorite Disney souvenirs are photos, and so I have this picture of a very unbearded, much younger John and a pink-haired, much younger Kate with my favorite Disney duck, Scrooge McDuck, and so I said it's a little Christmassy looking because he's in his Christmas kind of attire. But I mean, doesn't he kind of wear this all the time? I don't know, something, whatever. He looks wintry, I suppose. He looks very warm. And we were in a very long line to meet him, and you can see, look, I'm wearing a really fancy dress. Like, it's short, but it's fancy, to the Disney parks. Like, I dress up, and I make John look really nice, too. And, because I knew we were getting photo ops. And so I actually took a dollar bill out, and when I got up to Scrooge, I gave him the dollar, and he like freaked out. Of course he gave it back, but it was really fun. So definitely play around with characters. It gives you great memories and great photos. And the final category is your absolute most favorite item of Disney merchandise. And guys, mine was so easy to pick. It really was, because it's my wedding ring. My wedding ring is Disney licensed from the fairly recent, I want to say it's Zales, Disney collection. They have jewelry inspired by all the Disney princesses, and this is a rose gold ring inspired by the movie Beauty and the Beast. And just a quick story, this is not my first normal wedding ring. I actually, John and I actually picked out my engagement ring and wedding band together, and because that's just who we are, and it's gorgeous. It's a really beautiful diamond, and it's a diamond band, and it's beautiful. My cats lost my wedding band. My fault. I left it on the couch. Don't ask why, it's a long story. But I left the wedding band on the couch. and I've never seen it again. This was maybe about 6 months ago, and I was heartbroken, of course. But so I just wore my engagement ring around all the time, and that felt so weird. It just felt wrong to me. And I kept saying, John, like, maybe we should buy me a new wedding band. Like, we didn't really want to spend the money, but one day we were in the mall, and it was right at my birthday. And so he was already going on a spending spree for my birthday. And he was like, let's go. We passed the Zales, and he's like, let's go. Or a K? I don't know. I'll put it right here, whichever it is. And so anyway, we went to the jewelry store because he was like, let's go get you a new wedding band. Well, we went in and they had all the Disney jewelry out. And I saw this ring and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is absolutely gorgeous. I said, John, would you mind if I just made this my wedding ring? Like if it's what I wear every single day? And he goes, not only do I not mind, he goes, I knew you so well, I intentionally brought us past this store to take you inside to buy you that exact ring because I knew that's what you would want. And that is a true story, folks. So, not that this is not inexpensive at all, but it's not as expensive as like probably most people's engagement rings, and I don't care at all. Like that's not me. I have the big nice ring. I'll wear it sometimes, but I do need a real normal wedding band for it. It feels so weird to me to just wear it as an engagement ring. I thought about pairing this with a rose gold band, but it just kind of swallowed up the ring. So this is what I wear, and that's me. And that's the end of that story, but let me show it to you. So this is the ring, and I do need to take it to get cleaned because it's been 6 months since I bought it, so the shine has been dulled a little bit, but I'm gonna go take it probably like this weekend to go get it cleaned. But it has the rose and some leaves on the side, and I know this is very unusual, but that's kind of who John and I are, to be quite honest with you, and I absolutely love this. I just look at it every single day, and I'm so happy to have it. But it's also crazy lightweight, which is nice. They are real diamonds inside, but it's crazy lightweight, so I actually wear it when I go to the gym, and I wear it in the shower, which I never could do with my my normal engagement ring and band. So it's more practical as well. And there it is. I love it so much. It's definitely my favorite Disney merchandise. Well, there you go, guys. I tried to make that as short as possible, but you know I talk, or you just met me and now you know I talk. And I'm so happy that you came by and took a look at my collection. Isn't it neat? I hope that I had some like unique things or things you hadn't thought about getting before. And let me know what your favorite thing was down below. And Robin, Nina, and Yvee, I cannot wait to see your videos, so let me know when you post. Well, I'm subscribed to you, so I'll know when you post them. But I can't wait for everybody to see everybody else's videos. Have a great day. Go out and buy yourself some real great Disney merch, and I'll see you real soon.